Cage Minds, Micah Frankel, hair done by Barber Gabe's Fades here at Lobo Plaza. And it's 10% off with our friends at W to keep the energy up with them ahead of APFC 18. Sunday, July 27th.
Yep.
Is that a resort and casino?
Yeah.
8 years in the freaking making.
Yeah.
Matt Bilella-Fitzpatrick, pro debut.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Dude, you're telling me.
Yeah, it's crazy to think I'm finally here. I'm grateful for it. Had a lot of medical issues that didn't allow me to continue to fight. I still had the fighter spirit, still had the energy, still wanted to do it, still was pursuing it, but wasn't able to medically get cleared to do anything. So it was just a matter of time, and the time's now, so I'm excited.
8 years.
Yeah.
Many people are going to wonder, how do you keep that fire burning through this roller coaster ride that was you're cleared, you're not cleared?
I think there's a level of delusion I have, right? There is, I really do. I think delusion has allowed me to continue this path, really. You know, friends come over, we watch the UFC fights, and I'm sitting here like, that guy's good, but he's not as good as me. And like that delusion has always stuck in my head where it allowed me to continue to show up for my dream. And my dream is to be the best lightweight in the world, whether that's performing at APFC or the UFC in the future. And I truly believe I will be there. And I think that delusion in my head telling me, hey, that situation will happen. And it's just coming and making it happen, right? Like showing up for myself. You know, I'm not showing up for anybody else, I'm showing up for myself. I know what I'm capable of. I know the techniques, the talent, and everything that I do possess, and I believe in it. So a little bit of delusion, you know, a little bit of self-belief, whatever you would like to call it, but it is what it is, right?
As you say delusion, I'm like, but most guys that are delusional on a Saturday night, saying this on their couch, aren't in the cage Monday morning. They're not fighting and sparring with guys that are fighting for title belts. They're not helping prepare Steve Garcia for UFC Nashville. So your delusion is a little more functional than other people's.
For sure. And like that's the thing, right? Is like there's some people that have the thought, like, you know, there's a big saying that they say there's a difference between cockiness and confidence, right? Confidence is, you know, being confident in yourself and your ability because you work at something for so long, so you're allowed to have that confidence, right? Cockiness is when you believe you can do something, but you've never put the work in to achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. With me, I think that's where that delusion and that line of confidence kind of crosses and meshes together, where I am confident, but there is a delusion in my head where people are like, yo, he's 29 years old, will he even ever come back to the sport? And it's like, I don't have to answer to these people anymore. I'm a grown man, right? But I've had the same exact mission ahead of, you know, this entire schedule. I've always been, I'm gonna be in the UFC, I'm gonna be a top contender. And I think at the end of the day is, you have to be obsessed, right? There's an obsession with anything you do. When you're successful, at everybody you speak to that has a level of success, they're just obsessed, right? Their work ethic, right? And they're always dialed, right? And I'm always dialed. I take care of myself, I take care of my body. I take care of my health as best as I possibly could, obviously, during those hurdles. But I've stayed in the gym, I've stayed around the right people. Steve Garcia just won Nashville, ranked number 11 now. A great friend of mine, someone I would consider a brother. I've known for over 10 years, and he's helped my career flourish in the background. And when a lot of people were like, hey, it's been so many years, Matt's never gonna get back there, Steve has been the one that's like, yes, you will. Your time is coming, don't you worry. You know, and you know, when you're surrounded by so much talent, Holly Holm, Steve Garcia, Manalo, Diego Brandao, like all these guys are UFC vets. Some of them are on the uprise, like Manalo and Steve. And it's hard, it's like contagious. The energy in here in this room is contagious, you know?
You're not the same kid that was in my office, at my house, calling out CM Punk. I'm above that now, right? You've matured from that, it feels like.
No, for sure. I mean, I think you have to go through a lot of tough situations in life to see who you really are. I don't know if I was truly confident with myself prior, even though I portrayed myself as confident. I think that's where that switch is, right? Is I had the cockiness, I was putting in the work, but there has to be confidence behind the work I'm putting in. Now I feel confident in my ability in all aspects, whether it's wrestling, striking, grappling. I believe I'm levels above these guys. I truly believe that. And there's what people say is a puncher's chance, and I think my opponent has that. He has a puncher's chance, and that's the only chance he has, though, is a puncher's chance. I respect him. I respect anyone that steps inside of a cage to fight, right? You have to. That comes with the maturity as well, right? But I think when it comes down to it, look at the guys I train with, right? Look at the work I've put in, right? And it doesn't matter where the fight goes. We can strike all day, we can grapple all day, we can wrestle. I invite him. We can sit in the center and point down to the center of the cage and see what happens. Whatever happens will happen. It's already written, it's destiny, right? God has a plan, and I'm excited for the fight, so.
Are there any nerves? 8 years is a while to have been under the lights and to have someone trying to murder you in here. I mean, Steve's trying to beat you up, but he's not trying to exactly murder you in here.
Yeah, so, I mean, and that's also another important thing, right, is who you train with, right? You have to trust the people you train with. You have to trust that they're gonna push you at a level that makes you uncomfortable, right? There's an old saying, you don't learn how to swim until someone puts you into the deep end, right? Steve is one of those guys. Diego Brandao is one of those guys. Holly Holm is one of those people, right? Where they will bring you to, the deepest waters and try to drown you, but they're not trying to suffocate you, if that makes sense, right? So they might put your head underwater, but they'll pick your head up to let you breathe for a second, because you don't learn if someone drowned. You know what I mean? If someone's trying to kill you, you don't really learn, right? So there's an intensity during the sparring rounds, during the training rounds, where the intensity is 100%. Maybe the power's not, because we're not out trying to kill each other. We're all training partners. We all have the same common goal at the end of the day. But yeah, as far as the nerves go, I don't know if I want to call it nerves. Like I said, if it was something where I stopped for 8 years and decide to sign up to a random gym and say, hey, you know what, I want to fight again, I think there'd be more nerves. But people forget these 8 years isn't like I left and had nothing to do with this sport. I've been in the gym for these 8 years, you know what I mean? I was preparing myself mentally, getting myself healthy, and being able to get medically cleared was the first step. And once that step came down, the weight started to come off. We had like 4 or 5 matchups prior to this matchup with other organizations that were falling through. A lot of verbal agreements. And then when contracts were being sent over, where's the contract? Wasn't being sent. Opponent would agree verbally, but then on contract, they don't want to sign it, they're trying to switch. There was a lot of up in the air situations. And I'm just grateful that APFC is giving me the opportunity to show them who is the most entertaining lightweight in the world, and that is me. Make no mistake about it, I am the most entertaining lightweight, and I'm excited for everyone to see that.
Matt is so present right now. You guys can feel that as he's saying, this guy's great, that guy's great. He was present enough to not call Holly a guy and have to retract the statement and real quick say person. He said person right away about Holly. You can see that that's just how aware he is right now of everything going on. In the present, he's peaking right now as we're heading towards the fight. How much different is this now?
For me, I'm in this protective element right now where it's just like I'm trying to protect my dream, and my family, my friends, everybody back home that's gonna be watching my fight, they're giving me this energy right now that I feel untouchable. I really do. I feel unstoppable. I feel untouchable. I feel strong. One of the sharpest, probably the sharpest I've ever felt, honestly. And I'm just ready to showcase it. I wish today was fight day, truly.
July 27th is Letter Resort Casino. We finally get to see the pro debut of Matt Bilella-Fitzpatrick. He's taking on Ruben Gallegos. If you guys can't join us there live, you can watch on UFC Fight Pass.
Thank you, guys.